All right, political streamers gave me HIV. Yo, YouTube frogs, welcome in, baby. It's time for a YouTube react. Now this is either about to be gas or it's about to be Dookie. Anyways, yo, original video will be linked below. If you think it's good at all, be sure to go show it some love. Actually, I highly recommend you watch it. Before you watch this video, first link in the description, original creator will be there as well. I'm gonna drop a sub and a like, dude, to show them some love. Even if I don't agree with their opinion, let's hear them out, dude. Yes, Jay, remind me after I get through these two, and I'll tell you if I'm awake enough to get it done, baby. All right. Yeah, literally, Chucky, literally. For wearing YouTube frogs, I talk too much, so you've been warned, brother. Also, did I say it? Third link in the description. Link to my Twitch stream. I go live Tuesdays, Thursdays, Sundays. Love to have you. I'm also doing a subathon right now. There's a chance that when you see this video go up, I still will be on the subathon. We're doing this only counting time that I'm awake. So yeah, it's gonna go for a while, and it could still go up more. Okay, let's get into it, brother. Oh yes, compress the audio.
My personal problem with political themed channels isn't the politics. I don't care about ideology, I care about information on a subject and how it's presented, but the unfair way they characterize and dehumanize the opposition. Which for this guy is kind of ironic considering he made a video about how one side dehumanized the other while in the same video doing the same thing. And I hate—
Yo, that is so freaking true. And I'm definitely, well, I mean, I'm not like a political channel, right? I'm just like a reacts channel on YouTube pretty much, and like react/gaming channel. So I pretty much just say whatever hyperbolic title I think will make people click. And then I laugh at them if they don't like actually watch the video and they just comment based on the title, you know? No reaction to the lady ripping her head off? For me or this dude? Yeah, that was pretty freaky. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I was waiting for it to have something to do with politics. I was like, okay, what is this? Is this a Kamala voter right here? is this a prime example of a Kamala voter? Is this a Trump voter? Oh, this is an interesting tactic. And they said it was all podcasts that got them in there, dude. Dang.
hate when people do this because it changes the validity of the idea from the quality of the concept to this side has people I don't like and therefore I don't like this side.
Yeah.
Which feels this stupid.
Yes, dude, I was literally talking about that earlier, how human beings are so complex, but also share very similar opinions. And if we just would stop letting these politicians make it right versus left, good guy versus bad guy, my politician's better than your politicians, then we all could find very common ground on so many things. It would be so much less divisive. These politicians literally divide you to stuff their freaking pockets, bro. I can count on my hand how many politicians I think are even just somewhat okay, bro. Okay, and the rest, fuck them all, dude. Fuck them all. But yeah, dude, it's so lame. I hate it. It's like my big thing with like political commentators and stuff recently is like it's just purely grift. No matter who it is, it's in some way a grift to make you hate the other side. Or you're doing propaganda or whatever it is, bro. It's not like actually trying to make people come together. I was literally talking about this earlier, how I feel like there's like a good portion of people on the left, because I'm like, I would consider myself like progressive, right? A good portion of people on the left that like, if somebody's like, I voted for Donald Trump, they're like, fuck you, die in a hole, fuck you, or like, fuck you, you fell for, you dumb piece of shit. It's like, dude, chill, dude, chill. That is, you're literally just going to turn them into the, we'll do anything to own the libs type of group, okay? And even those people are redeemable in some way. You just have to show them that literally not everybody who has an opposing viewpoint of them is a liberal or a neoliberal or annoying as hell, bro. So try and find some common ground. I don't want common ground with a Trumpy. Well, the thing is you can probably find common ground with a Trumpy. A Trumpy would probably be pro a lot of things that you're probably pro for, dude. That's the thing. You're literally falling into the trap. Love you, Jay, to death. But yeah, dude, literally that is the shit. Like, that is, and Jay, not to old man, not to when I was your age, but when I was your age, I would have been the same way. Literally the exact same way, the exact same age. I was the exact same one. I was like, man, fuck those motherfuckers on the other side, dude. But don't worry, the world will break you down enough. You'll have enough life experience that you'll eventually be like, you'll find that you have common ground with these people. Pro-life until I want to suck some dick. Wait, what the hell? No, dude, but if you broke down to a pro-lifer, right? If you broke down to a pro, like, if you could get them to drop their, like whole, you know, shtick of, like, what their politicians have told them, right? And you explain to them and could have, like, a unfiltered conversation, and they could have an unfiltered conversation with you, and everybody left behind what their favorite politicians and political commentators say. Pro-lifers, probably you could have an educated discussion with them about Planned Parenthood and how Planned Parenthood is not actually about giving women free abortions. It's literally in the fucking name. They're trying to give birth control. They're trying to educate people. Do they do abortions? Yes. But also, why are abortions a thing? Well, a lot of people get abortions because they don't trust the adoption system, or the adoption system in the US, right? So, okay, well, now let's talk about how to make that better. Okay, you're pro-life. Okay, if you're pro-life, then you also have to be pro making the adoption system better. Okay, adopt a kid then if you have the resources to do it. So then these mothers or people, you know, women that are pregnant, right? They feel like they can then have that baby and give it up to the adoption system, and they will find a good home and not be abused and be completely fucked up. Instead of being like, the adoption system's fucked, the economy's fucked, the world is fucked, and I don't have any way to support this child, and I don't want to put them up for adoption. So it is so early into my term that I'm just going to get an abortion, right? Which I think is a lot more than these people realize on the right, you know? Yo, welcome back, Tori. But yeah, dude. No, Jay, I listen, dude. I empathize with you a lot. A lot of people who support Trump are very vocal, right? And I think it kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Is maybe that's just they got a stroke of the tism, dude, and they have a parasocial relationship with that guy. Like, I was ready to go to war for Wendigoon when I thought he might have accidentally messed up something, you know. And to be fair, I am pretty fiery on Twitter, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. I'm just some dumb idiot here trying to make some silly jokes. Chris, you look surprisingly good in glasses. You look like you have more than 4 brain cells. Yo, thank you. Maybe I'll start putting these on, and I'll piss off conservatives less by default. Yo, what's up, Felix? How's it going, goat? Also, I don't want my body controlled for 24 hours in immense pain just to have a baby that I probably can't keep alive when I keep myself alive. I can't keep myself alive. Yeah, that too, dude. That too. I mean, that's just, I'm giving a very much like a man focused, or like not a man focused, but like man experience explanation of that. Yeah. Aussie glasses. Y'all are kidding me right now. You're faded? Yo, let's go. Okay, sorry. I paused already. We had like a humongous discussion already. Oh, not contorted, not controlled. Oh, yeah, contorted. Sorry. Yeah, contorted. Yes. Contorted, not controlled. Okay.
Red versus blue mindset that certain creators profit from, which irritates me to no end. You're being used. No, listen, to people who consume political channels, you're being used. Yes. It is a grift. They don't care about you. They just want your money. And I bet a pretty penny that 99% of people who consume political content don't even know what the fuck the political labels even mean, or hell, let alone what they believe or what it means to be left or right. Like, this one comment from the military video pissed me off. This is what you're calling me. This is what you're claiming I believe. Okay, how is this a bad thing? Huh? Explain that. By the way, here's what the other overused buzzword means. I would also like to reiterate that I am on neither side, and nor do I care about politics.
I don't know why that's so hard for people to understand, right? Why is it so hard to understand that some young people and just people in general don't have any alliance to either side? Like, you can't be like, you're a liberal or you're a conservative. You don't. And I know that's like a cop-out answer. Some people like don't know shit about politics say that shit, like, oh yeah, dude. Fucking, oh my God, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I don't prescribe to either political party. And like, they don't know anything about politics. No, dude, I would say I'm like, at least I have a middle of the road understanding of a lot of politics and like, that kind of shit. Or like at least an okay, more than like the average Joe, probably more than like a person my age, unless they're like their hyperfixation's politics or they have like a political science major or something like that, right? And I don't prescribe to either, dude. Again, I can count on one hand politicians that I don't absolutely hate, right? Hear me out. Why can I as a male tell you what you do with your body. It's your choice. Exactly. Probably gonna pass out soon. I can't type. I'm sorry. You're good, Felix. Yo, go get some good rest, homie. This guy named Lex. Yes, he is. Yes.
I like to yap about shit that annoys me, and sometimes those individual topics intersect with the brainrot equivalent of two special needs children fighting in a tiger pen. In fact, here's a quote from Malcolm X that sums up my exact feelings on the topic that I believe you should pause and read. Read it. And you know what? I've decided...
I'll let you guys read. I don't think I can read it out. Wait, hold on. I'll say man. Here we go. The white conservatives aren't friends of the man either, but they... at least don't try to hide it. They are like wolves. They show their teeth in a snarl that keeps the men always aware of where he stands with them. But the white liberals are foxes who also show their teeth to the men, but pretend that they are smiling. The white liberals are more dangerous than the conservatives. They lure the men, and as the men runs from the growling wolf, he flees into the open jaws of the smiling fox. Yeah, dude, that's so real, dude. It's literally the meme. It's, I mean, different, scenario, but it's like the meme of like, can we please have livable wages? And it's like conservatives, no. And then it's like Democrats, no. LGBTQIA plus flag, raised fist emoji. It's literally that, dude. My thing with a lot of people that say they don't side with either side, typically side with their family sides with. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pretty much like people that aren't educated on politics at all. And then they just like default to the side of whoever they grew up with. Julian, what's up, goat? Can we keep Lex? we could add Lex to the reacts tab, as long as Lex isn't like, hey, don't watch my videos anymore on stream. I don't like react content creators, which if Lex watches this after the facts, Lex, feel free to let me know in the comments, and I got you, goat. Why so much reading all the time? Dude, now you know how I feel about story games. Now every time Chris goes to say the word, it cuts in Invincible style to the word with a dope song behind it. Add Lex to the Chrissy podcast. Dude, let's get Lex on stream. All right, Lex, tell us what pisses you off the most about conservatives. Conservatism in America's politics means let's keep the... Definitely cannot say that one. In their place. And the liberalism means let's keep the... in their place, but tell them we'll treat them a little better. Let's fool them more with more promises. With these choices, I felt that the American black man only needed to choose which one to be eaten by, the liberal fox or the conservative wolf, because both of them would eat him. Yeah, dude, literally, brother.
Pause and read. Read it.
If you're not careful, the newspapers will have you hating the people who are being oppressed and loving the people who are doing the oppression. Dude, this is what blows my mind, right, about this shit. And I've been listening to Andrew Callahan talk about this, and it makes so much sense to me because I remember when I was younger, conservatives used to be so much against the man and like these, like, rich ass people, right? At least more than they are now. And now they're like, we love Elon Musk. What? Since when? Is it because he was like an entrepreneur? Like he was great at like buying ideas from other people and claiming it was his? Like why? Why are you guys like this? You'd be so much more based if you didn't fuck with him. Are you kidding me? But yeah, dude, this is so true. I feel like a lot of people also say like, and I'm not trying to like specifically shit on conservatives here, but this is just like in real life, what I've had the experience of seeing firsthand is like, people be like, I don't fuck with mainstream media. And then they listen to Fox News or like Ben Shapiro, who is literally bought. Literally Daily Wire is bought. It's sponsored, dude. You got to find independent people and understand that everybody's going to have a little bit of a sway. But, in my opinion, like Channel 5, great. He literally openly admits he's like, it's swayed a little bit left, but it's like pretty close to just straight 100% fact and truth. I didn't hear anything you said. Can you sum it up? I don't know what you're asking me to sum up. I'm sorry. I'm still voting for the apocalypse. There wouldn't be politics like this in an apocalypse. True. I've always said two sides of the same coin. Yeah, literally, dude.
And you know what? I've decided to use my community service hours to educate the little rabbits on the core value of the
Thank you for the jerk lurk. Aquanaut. My goat.
wolf and the fox party in a simple and digestible way. The purpose here is to inform and provide context to annoying Twitter buzzwords, and hopefully by the end of it,
wait. I need to go back to this image, dude. Oh my god. Yo, I'm fucking with Lex Heavy. Twitter People's Starter Pack. Educate yourself on these issues, but only by reading the stuff I agree with. Okay? Problematic. Please DNI if you support / don't support thing I dislike / thing I like. Probably has Twitch stream where she plays Minecraft and Valorant with like 150 followers. She, her, minor, white, bestie, white / passing, but calls everything racist even when actual minorities say it's not. YouTuber needs to educate himself. Wholeheartedly believes that streaming yourself playing video games is one of the most mentally taxing jobs there is. Summarizing incredibly complex issues, Israel-Palestine conflict, into short threads that paint it as very black and white, amplify blank voices. 1 comment, 1 retweet, 2 likes. It's looking like my stats. Replies and retweets members of the Dream SMP constantly. Yes! Profile pic is this sometimes. Oh my god, bro. Dude, Lex fucking gets it, bro. Yes, I have literally run into so many of these type of builds, bro. This is true. To be fair, I was low-key one of these builds for a while, bro. 2021, 2022, you catch me out here, I'm one of these builds, dude. Now I feel like my brain is, somewhat evolved. I also feel like you could argue that while both sides have their shit that makes them wrong, one side is objectively way more wrong than the other. Yes, you could say that as a whole, like the people leading it, yes. And it is disheartening to me as somebody that grew up watching like John McCain and Mitt Romney be the nods when I couldn't vote, right? Then them pretty much shill out to Trump, right? Which is sad because at the time it was at least like, these like, give me maybe I'm fucked and I don't know everything about Mitt Romney or John McCain, but give me one of those two in the fucking 2024 election and I probably would have voted for them over the other two candidates, right? At least like just like somewhat good human beings, right? That had like decent plans and shit, right? I know a lot of people scoff at Mitt Romney, but dude gave it a good shot, Sorry, I was talking to Chucky. Just give me Burning Man. Yeah, literally, that is one of the like 3 politicians I can count on my fingers that I actually fuck with heavy. Actually, I would say like, here's the thing: the 3 that I will say that I fuck with: Bernie, Andy Berkshire, right? I might be botching his name horribly, right? That's my best. Okay, I'm dumb. And AOC, but to be honest, I don't know everything about AOC, but I think she is like, she hasn't been in politics to stack bread, right? She literally, like, you can look up her net worth and shit as long as it's not, some fucking conservative fucking dumbass being like, she has $30 million, right? And overall tries to listen to people of opposing viewpoints, right? Like she's out there listening to like, why did you vote for me but also voted for Trump? Like give us the breakdown of that, or give me the breakdown of that. I want to understand. Y'all remember the old Jeffrey SML skit? Wait, you mean SNL? Did it autocorrect? I'm gonna be honest, I don't really be watching SNL at all or any of the clips. Are we actually gonna talk about the fact that the Orange Palpatine was impeached twice and conservatives? Oh my gosh, holy shit, my mouth is cooked, dude. Conservatives still voted for him because fuck the other party. Yeah, dude. It's so fucking frustrating, man. Because like, I see people like waking up and being like, oh damn, dude, we really fucking voted for this guy and he's like not doing a lot of what we asked for, right? But there's also still so many people who are like, we're still owning the libs and that's all that matters. And it's like, dude, bro, cut it. Yo, get the fuck out of here, bro. Or lock it. Like, just try and empathize with people. Try and connect with people of the other side and have conversations. Not SML, aka small, medium, large. Yeah, see, maybe I'm too unk for that, or maybe I'm too young for that. I don't know, dude. But yeah, man, I think both parties are fucking ass right now, because literally, you know, conservatives shilled out for Donald to be their leader because he had such a big following and everything that they're like, oh, okay, yeah, this guy, right? And Democrats, do you want to know how they've counteracted that? Instead of letting Bernie get the nod, because Bernie scared all their big donors by being like, we're gonna fucking fight Big Pharma, we got Joe Brandon in there and Kamala Harris. And do you want to know fucking their entire shtick for all their fucking campaigns recently has been vote for us so the other guys don't get in? Okay, what fucking policy are you gonna give me, dude? Figure it the fuck out. Figure it the fuck out. And to be fair, let me play fair to Kamala here, okay? I think if Kamala wasn't so closely attached to Biden, there would have been an even better chance that she won. But I think because she was so close to Biden, and since Biden was like the most mid-president, like he wasn't horrible, right? It wasn't like atrocious, but he wasn't like phenomenal either. I think it was basically over by the time it started, which she didn't have much time either, but yeah. Okay, sorry, I'll let the rest of the video, or somewhere the video. It's a YouTube channel from like 2017, OG Brainrot / Skibbity Toilet. Oh. He's done literally nothing of what he promised and tanked the economy. Oh, everything with this country. Yeah, dude. I'm not gonna lie. It has been. Yeah. Hey, man. I'm crossing my fingers. I'm crossing my fingers, man. That he you know comes around somehow, dude. Again, I'm not one of those motherfuckers that are like, I hope everything he does. I hope it's prosperous. I hope that the last 2 years of the fucking Donald Trump, or however long, whatever, is amazing. The best time in American history. And I go, oh shit, I was wrong, dude. I might think he's a piece of shit human being, but man, was he smart. I'm just not. I'm not a betting man in general, but I'm definitely not betting on that. Look it up after this. I think I'm good. Yeah, I think I'm good. You said OG Brainrot / Skibbity Toilet. I'm good. See, now if Kamala was close to Obama, I think we would have had a new president. Yeah, if it was like Obama couldn't have done a second term because he was too old and it was Kamala, yeah, I think there's a decent chance. I mean, that's literally how fucking Joe Biden got in there, dude. That's literally, he's like, hey, Jack, Obama gave me the card. Anyway, sorry. I fucking hate all U.S. politicians, dude. Fuck them. Well, other than the three that I named, and I guess you could say that I'm all libbed up or whatever if you don't understand how things work.
And hopefully by the end of it, you'll learn something. Okay, let's start with the Fox.
Oh, shit, he's gonna break it down. Oh, gas.
The Fox believes in social equality and believes that the thing holding us back from that is the financial and social hierarchy that society and capitalism creates. For those that don't know, capitalism is a system where private business owners control the price and distribution of goods.
Based alert.
And services based on natural or artificial demand, which can range from fancy luxury items to basic needs. The primary philosophy is profit over everything, and that anything can be bought and sold, even your beliefs. The hierarchy the Fox refers to are the social labels and identities that determines your position in society, such as your race, gender, financial status, and religion, with the desired traits within this hierarchy being a rich, straight, white, conventionally attractive Christian male. And the closer you are to this standard, the less
they're not saying people with these traits don't have problems. They're saying the context of your identity and upbringing determines your social obstacles. Yeah, I think like this is a commonly known thing, right? Like, you know, in my viewpoint of the world, right? And, you know, I guess this is coming from a privileged place, right? If you're like a white dude, right? You probably didn't grow up like in most of the time a bad neighborhood. A lot of times you grow up in like decent neighborhoods or whatever, where you don't have to deal with that kind of shit. You don't have to deal with like things like possible police brutality. You don't have to deal with that kind of shit. You don't have to deal with possible, you know, depending on where you grew up, maybe some racism somewhere, right? That kind of stuff. At least not at all to the extent of like Black Americans, right? But, you know, people still have problems and you should be empathetic. Basically, this note right here is you should still be empathetic to them, that there are still problems that they go through and that you have to, you know, be aware of and care for people and have empathy for. I think that's another problem with the left right now is they're like very much like, fuck, if you're a white dude, fuck you. You know? And it's like, what? Fuck you and your problems. Motherfuckers are making fun of like actual politicians. I think it's funny when comedians make fun of, you know, the male loneliness epidemic. I think that's funny as fuck. Okay, respectfully, as somebody that probably could have fell into that category like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, right? I think it's funny as hell. But I think when politicians or political commentators make fun of it, I think when political commentators make fun of it, it's just in bad taste, honestly. The left, Chris, aren't you a lefty? If you want to like throw me into that category, I guess if you would have to throw me in a category, like if people don't understand that like there is things out of the political spectrum, then yeah, I guess you would say I'm a lefty. But yeah, no, I don't really prescribe to any of the general U.S. political descriptors. But yeah, I think most people on the internet would probably call me a lefty. Probably say he's a dirty lefty who wants healthcare for all. He's a piece of shit. He likes the idea of healthcare for all, freedom of speech, guns, no kids should go hungry, and no homeless people. He's a piece of shit lefty. I just don't vote, bruh. General elections, fair. You should, though, if you get the chance, tap it on local elections. They're very important, and they will actually change your community for the better, because your voice has way more sway, and also you can literally help local officials, like literally whenever you want. So yeah, dude. But not like president. Yeah, dude, that's fair. Honestly, that's fair. That's how it was for me when I was like in West Virginia. I feel like you're kind of where you're at, kind of the same. It's like, well, my shit's like 3 points. What the fuck? And I already know who the fuck it's gonna go to. So let me tap it on some local shit, dude. And at least I can better it there, you know? That's a W, though, Tori.
Obstacles you're likely to face in everyday society. The definition I have on screen explains it perfectly.
Oh, fuck, hold on. Let me go back a few frames here. Is a lens through which you can see where power comes and collides, where it interlocks and intersects. It's not simply that there's a race problem here, a gender problem here, and a class or LGBTQ problem there. Many times, that framework erases what happens to people who are subject to all of these things. It's not simply that there's... Many times, that framework... Oh, okay, I think I get it. When you ask for Iron King, you motherfucker, I don't vote because I live in Texas. There's no point because there's a crap ton of conservatives who don't actually think for themselves. Oh, dude, I'm not gonna lie to you, Julian. I literally think if there's like a anywhere more progressive motherfucker in the next election and JD Vance is the nod, I genuinely think there is like Texas could get pretty fucking close. Honestly, the last couple elections, it keeps swaying a little bit. So dude, I would go for it. You can do the mail-in and shit, bro. Fucking send it, baby. I mean, you know, if you feel strongly towards whatever politician, right? Don't let me sway you to just like get involved and be like, yeah, okay, yeah, dude. I would look into it, bro, because it was like, I remember both elections. It was like early was close. Hold on, let me actually look it up. How much? I won't look at 2024 because I feel like that was, you know, there's a lot of things that play into that. Inflation after COVID, all that. How much did Trump win Texas by in 2020? Can I see this? Yeah, Trump won it 52.1 to Biden 46.5. Yeah, it's like way closer than I think people realize. Dude, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think Alaska's that bad either, dude. West Virginia. Here, let me look up West Virginia really quickly in 2020. 2020. Oh, also Texas is marked as a battleground state. So like it can go either way realistically. I mean, you know, a lot of people will tell you, oh no, there's no way, whatever. But those are probably the people that should be voting to make there be a chance, you know? West Virginia 2020 was almost 70%. It was 68.6% conservative. Alaska was 52.8. Yeah, 52.8. I mean, you know, it looks like it went more to independent, but yeah, Alaska is another one. I was watching this very neutral, or at least relatively neutral political like analyst, and he was basically saying that like, yeah, realistically, if it gets close in 2024, Alaska and Texas could possibly be up for grabs. Probably not, but in the next couple elections, they are probably going to be close states. I was like, God damn. Because I knew Texas there was a chance because I remember Philly D talking about it in 2020. I can vote now, so I'll make the difference in the next election. My man. Also, Chad, don't let me sway you. By the way, I know this is like, you know, mostly everybody in here is like left-leaning, but, you know, again, I'm not trying to tell you who you should and shouldn't vote for. Never let me at all influence in any way. Well, I mean, maybe in a little way, get your wheels turning, but, you know, I have begrudgingly voted in the last two elections. I really hope this next election we get somebody that's actually like a winner in there that I can be like proud of, you know, especially if, you know, the conservative nod is JD Vance. I think I'm good. JD Vance will never, ever get a vote from me. Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you, dude. When he was a bitch to Valinsky, I was like, yeah, there's literally no fucking way I will ever look at this guy with respect ever again. And there was a lot of shit before that, you know, whole hillbilly eulogy. Bro, you're from Ohio, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Don't be talking about fucking Appalachia like that, man. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You a fake ass bitch. That'd be like me growing up in the suburbs of Chicago. No. Sorry. That'd be like me growing up in New York and writing a book like Horror Stories from O Block or some shit like that. Like, dude, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, dude. Anyways, sorry, let's continue the video. I like having these discussions. These are really fun. I put my thinking glasses on.
Perfectly. And the Fox Party's goal is to tear down this hierarchy, and when this ideology is taken to the extreme, it morphs into either socialism or communism.
Yeah.
Because the
communism
end goal is social and economic equality. Now, right. The Wolf's Party's goal is to...
Yeah, I mean, here's my other... And we were talking about this earlier. My other problem with U.S. politics right now is pretty much anything that is remotely, like, for the people immediately gets called communism. Any like socialist ideas immediately gets called communism because people don't understand. Like there has never been a full-on communism country. Like, you know, people are like, oh, the Chinese Communist Party, they have communism over there. No, brother. That's just a fucking name, bro. That is a fucking name that they called themselves. That's not actual communism over there. It's nowhere fucking close to communism. They have like socialist, you know, or socialism, some socialism aspects, but it is a dictatorship, you know? Russia, communism, not communism, dictatorship. Communism is if there is literally no leader. It has never been done before. Also, partially the US's fault. Okay, look and see what the CIA was getting up to from like 1960 to like the 2000. I mean, you could probably just look up whenever, but like specifically with like socialist leaders and how they would stomp people out and get people killed in other countries. When like a socialist leader would come into power and be like, yeah, we're gonna like do these socialist things. I'd be like, oh no, that's communism. We have to kill him. I don't even need to keep up with today's politics events all that too much to know that they are actual ass, dude. On God.
To maintain this hierarchy, as they not only believe it is necessary for a functional society, but they believe it is the only way to properly function, and that inequality is an inevitable result of social and cultural differences. This quote from BioShock sums up their mentality perfectly.
BioShock, dude. Yeah, BioShock's insane, actually. I didn't even realize it was that political like that until I started to tap and I was like, oh, wait, this is like a political commentary. But back to alcohol, I like to mix Dr. Pepper or Red Bull with Malibu. Ooh, okay. Dude, I don't think I've ever tried that. I might have to tap in.
Support for this position are typically based in religious justification, natural law, racism, capitalism, and traditionalism. The wolf keeps its ideas alive by convincing people lower than them that they too can have a comfortable place in the hierarchy if they just lick the boot and work harder, typically for less.
Yeah, trust me, bro. Trust. No, don't start a union. Why would you do that? Oh my God. Why would you do that, dude? Are you kidding me right now? No, guys, trust me. Me as the billionaire, trust me. You don't need to do all that. You don't need to go about doing all that and doing stuff like unionizing or trying to get fair pay or, you know, getting a percentage of ownership in the company. No, buddy, please, come on. You can survive off of $11 an hour. I was busy, but I heard BioShock. Yeah, BioShock's like a lot of the writing is like political commentary. Actually, if you dig into it, because be nice to Chucky. She's the bestest of friends. Chucky was trying to force feed me chocolate. Okay, and I'm trying. You know, my body's a temple. Okay. Put your stream link in a Discord server I'm in. Oh no, dude, am I gonna get some freaks in here? Am I gonna get some like-minded freaks like you? Actually, no. I welcome them, dude. Yo, W Mans, thank you for promoting the stream. As long as it followed Discord guidelines. By the gods.
And when taken to the extreme, this idea morphs into fascism. Here's a definition for those uninformed, because the end goal of the wolf is to maintain the social hierarchy.
Now, I might be saying some divisive shit right here, but I would rather be in communism where I gotta play nice with everyone to survive. You got fleeced, my man? What you got going on back there, huh? Yeah, there you go. Yo, scratch that part where it doesn't make a loud noise, man. Jeez, I'm trying to grift right now. Trying to politically divide. I'm trying to learn from Asmongold and Hassan, dude. Now, I would rather have communism over fascism. Call me crazy. Rather have that. I'd rather have where I have to try and play equal and nice to everybody over a dictatorship. So, yeah. I'm gonna drop a lurk. I gotta get up in 7 hours for a grad party. Have a good stream at night. Yo, Frown. Love and appreciate you, gangster. Thank you so much for the raid again, dude. You are an absolute fucking G. I hope you have a great time tomorrow. I hope you get some good fucking rest, dude.
I'm horny as fuck, man. I'm a freak, man.
Good night. Yo. Good night rising, dude. Hey, yo. Oh, my bad. Let me hit it.
Because they believe it is the only way to function. Hence why you tend to see religious nuts and racists on the far end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Because their entire belief system is built on a hierarchy where power and control are the only thing that matters. And if you think I'm being biased with the definition, I'm literally just summoning up the Wikipedia article. Like, you can go out and look at it yourself. It is right there.
Wikipedia is infiltrated by the lizard people. Oh.
But let's be honest, you're not going to because you're too lazy and you don't really care that much. Both sides promote prejudice and hate. It's just that one side is punching up and the other side is punching down.
Yeah.
Because remember, it is not left versus right. It's up versus down. It will always be up.
Yes, dude. This is what I've been on so much recently. It's not a matter of left versus right. It's like upper class versus lower class. And they'll tell you there's like a middle class, okay? Not really anymore, dude, okay? It's the top tippity top, right? And then everybody else, dude. That's at least in my mind recently how I've been kind of looking at things, and it's made my life actually way more positive. Honestly, I felt way better about things because I'm like, yo, what the fuck, man? Yo, we can all unite against this at some point. You know, maybe not in my lifetime, but at some point there can be, you know, unification against these people if people keep, you know, opening their eyes to the fact that this is a class war. Weirdly enough, the Luigi shit, right, opened a lot of people's eyes to the grift. Like, literally, like, you can look at Ben Shapiro's comment section about his videos about Luigi, right? It opened their eyes. You know, everybody might not agree that specifically killing someone is the right move, but everyone could agree that something needed to be done. Or a lot of people, most people can agree that something needed to be done, right? So a lot of people are like, dude, why are you defending this like millionaire? Well, that's because millionaires pay Ben Shapiro's company. They have ownership in it. Okay. So yeah, dude.
Up versus down. Then you have the rabbit party, aka people like you and me, who not only has to listen to the wolf and fox fighting, but also gets the pleasure of choosing who gets to have you for dinner. Then you have some rabbits who believe that they can talk down the predators, or believe, or even convince other rabbits that they are predators.
Dude, I fall into that a lot of times. Believe I can talk them down. Whenever it's a major... Oh, fuck, I just smacked the shit out of my hand on my mic stand. Sorry. Whenever it's a major election, I fall into that category. I'm like, oh yeah, this is my candidate. And then like months later, I'm like, why did I ever ride or die for them? What the fuck? Like Joe Biden, respectfully, dude. I mean, I would take Joe Biden over Trump just because I know that Joe Biden, you know, maybe he was petty with conservatives at some point, but he wasn't like, you know, doing horrible, heinous shit to like own the libs, right? And also he was old and stupid, you know? He wasn't like old and stupid and aggressive, you know, at least not as bad. But I was like, damn, this is not at all. I really got sold a fucking pipe dream here. This is neoliberalism to a peak. We got Diet Trump in here. We got Diet Trump. But yeah, hear me out, Chris. Yeah, I'm listening. Also, welcome back, Aqua. Yeah, dude, sorry, I've been distracted. I've also been like talking a lot. You run for president and you have Iron King for vice president? No, dude, I couldn't do that. I would talk too badly about Big Pharma, and then they would Bernie Sanders me if I ever got the chance to get that high, you know? The only person that could ever run that I would be ride or died for is Markiplier. He could run for president now if he wanted to. That would be awesome. I just realized I've never jerk lurked. Do you think it's still counting? Yeah, I hit it one time, brother. See how many you done did. I left when this video was 1 minute in, and that was 44 minutes ago. Well, we also got a raid, so I was also yapping about that too. So, you know.
Not just because they're stupid.
It's got to be one word. Amara for president. Amen, brother. Are you going to run away every other day and then ask for his job back? Yo, that is real.
But because they profit from division. The guy I mentioned earlier made a video with a...
I wonder what's up with this guy. I might have to tap in, brother.
Similar point, which makes you wonder if he's actually brain rotted or pretending to be brain rotted to convert other brain rotted people into being normal. My money's on the latter. He confuses me. If you still don't understand, here's a chart. If you identify yourself...
Ooh, pick your poison, rabbit. Fox believes in social and economic equality, and that a social hierarchy of class, gender, and race is keeping them from that equal distribution of basic needs. Goal, tear down the hierarchy. Extreme version, socialism and communism. Very hard to implement safely. Will eat you if you're at the top. The wolf, right, believes social and economic hierarchies like capitalism are necessary and natural evil for a functional society. Someone has to be the bitch. Just hope it's not you. Goal, maintain the hierarchy. Extreme version, fascism will eat you if you're at the bottom. Yeah, so there's no perfect. There's no perfect solution here. Chris becomes president. I want the Department of Education. I'd do better than Linda McMahon. Dude, a fucking second grader would do better. We're gonna have A1 in all our schools by next year. Fuck is A1? AI. This bitch calling AI A1? What the fuck?
With one of these sides, this is what that side's core belief are. The sole takeaway from this video is that politics are stupid, you're dumb for believing your voice matters, and I'm 99% sure this guy...
Well, again, your voice does matter in local elections and can actually affect change. Or at least that's the pipe dream I'm buying, okay? At least I'm buying in that. I'm buying into that. A1 is a steak sauce? Yeah, literally.
Guy's playing a character. Like, just watch the art video. Like, the points feel so stupid and cliche to be taken seriously. Like, I had a brief argument with this guy in a comment section, and this just solidifies my suspicion that this man is either a fox LARPing as a wolf or a rabbit LARPing as both. I don't know. And this is unrelated, but please go read Rogue Sun and Inferno Girl Red. Like, those comics are amazing. If you like Power Rangers and Saturday morning cartoons, you've struck gold. Bye.
Yo, what the hell? Do we got any comments here, dude? Yeah, this is a super Dude, I already knew somebody was going to say the Wikipedia articles are literally based towards the left. Is there any verifiable proof you can provide to confirm this claim? What parts did I get wrong? I've checked OG sources that are linked within the pages. Pages that contain poor sources. Sourcing are flagged to be read with caution. Neither were on the right or left page. The media bias fact checker flagged it as least biased. The definitions were consistent in other sources. Here are the definitions of left and right politics. Oh my God, bro. I love that, dude. Oh my God. Here's a little, we got a little something going on here. After those Malcolm X quotes, I've waited patiently for the moment you reveal it all to be bait to show your viewers how easy it is to just say both sides are dumb. Here's my correct opinion on all of this. But I guess this is not bait. I like some of your previous videos, but this one is just dumb. You cannot proclaim to be above politics and not support either side and then claim that it is all about class struggle and racial oppression. You are directly supporting political ideas that align with left-wing worldviews. And okay, I feel like this is also left-wing worldviews. No, it's like a progressive world, like progressivism, you know, of like progressing as a, you know, humankind. It's, I mean, I guess you could say it is left-leaning by the definition of left and right, but that doesn't mean that it is particularly like a liberal thing. And at 142, Pick just sums it all up, man. You're playing their game by their own rules. By even knowing what half of that shit means, you are directly engaging with political content. You are reading other people's political opinions and forming your own. You have your own groups of people you do not like. Twitter people, like it says on the picture. You have your own ideologies. Ideologies. Malcolm X, whose political views you support. You're playing the same game. If I sounded biased at 327, my explanation is only to be taken as a jumping off point. The vid was saying stop using buzzwords and actually learn what both sides' core beliefs are if you choose to engage with politics, and don't let YouTubers shape your worldview and actually get information yourself. The Malcolm X quote was to frame my perspective of why I don't care about politics. This isn't an intellectual essay. It's me ranting and explaining. Sorry if it came off like something more. Yeah, I get what you're saying now. I don't know what I expected from a video with Miku beating zombies with a bat as main footage in the background. Just be careful and remember, even by spitting in the face of propagandists and turning your back to them all, you're still engaging with them, still playing their game. When online political arguments become incomprehensive gibberish to you, only then you'll win. That's cool. Now go read Rogue Sun and Inferno Girl Red. It's made by the same people who worked on the Power Rangers comics. Why are you criticizing political propagandists and then being one for Rogue Sun and Inferno Girl? By the way, good video. Oh, is that like a political thing? I don't know. I haven't watched Sam and Colby a ton. No, I've just watched whatever Chucky showed me, and I watched an interview with them one time. I think everyone should be required to go through something extreme that forces them to help out and think of a group of people they actively oppressed. Yeah, I can get behind that. What was I gonna say, dude? Yeah, overall, I think this video is amazing, dude. I think this is a great rant, dude. This was awesome, dude. This was a hidden gem, dude. Thank you, YouTube algorithm, for gifting your boy an absolute banger tonight. Chat, go support the dude Lex. He seems like a real one, dude. We will add Lex to the reacts again. If Lex, it seems like Lex is very active. If I end up making this a reaction video and Lex is like, hey, dude, don't use my videos for reacts, Lex, let me know in the comments, and I will cut it out. Obviously, I will always credit you for your original content and tell people to watch it before they watch my stupid reactions where I basically talk in circles for 50 minutes.